This video is going to be a short comparison between Eula and Klee to help new travelers decide which character to pull for on the current event banner. We're going to take a look at these characters and see how they compare in these 5 categories. Eula is a 5-star Cryo Claymore character. She serves as the reconnaissance captain in Mondstadt's Knights of Favonius. Klee is a 5-star Pyro Catalyst who is also in the Knights of Favonius and serves as their kid terrorist. Yeah. In terms of their role in a team, they're both on-field damage-dealing characters, so there's not much to say there. As for team members, if you're going with Klee, then Bennett should be your #1 priority if you don't already have him. If you want to be doing a bit of extra damage on the side, then Xiangling is also a very good character to pair with Klee and Bennett. Klee can also benefit from a Hydro teammate, such as Xingqiu, Yelan, Barbara, or Mona. And lastly, it's always a good idea to have an Anemo teammate for Klee. Someone like Kazuha, Sucrose, maybe Jean, even the Anemo Traveler works pretty well, since their Anemo Burst can actually suck up Klee's bombs and make all of them explode with the enemy. Another way to look at it is that if you already have the previously mentioned characters that complement Klee very well, then Klee might be a better pick than Eula, because, well, you already have her ideal team members, right? But of course, let's look at Eula first before we decide that. As for Eula, there's pretty much only one way to build a team around her, and that is to pair her with another cryo unit plus 2 electro units to trigger superconduct, which reduces the enemy's physical resistance, since that's the main kind of damage that Eula does, despite being a cryo character. So usually you want to pair her with someone like Rosaria or maybe Kaya, and then an electro character who can do damage from off-field, such as Raiden or maybe Fischl. Kuki Shinobu is also a really good choice because not only can she do electro damage from off-field, but she is also a healer, so she can fill those 2 roles at the same time. You could also, instead of having 2 electro characters, have one of them be an Anemo character instead, and then that character can then buff any kind of cryo or maybe electro damage that the rest of your team does. Neither character is extremely complicated to play well, at least compared to what's out there, and in fact they're both very simple to get started with. So gameplay-wise, there's no wrong choice here from a new player's perspective. Of course, there are some other more miscellaneous considerations. The foremost, in my opinion, is run speed. So Eula uses the tall female model, while Klee uses the kid model. So Eula will run, climb, and I think swim quite a bit faster than Klee does. Another thing to consider is that Eula's utility talent is, in my opinion, a bit more useful than Klee's. So Eula will give you a 10% chance to craft an additional talent material when you are crafting talent books, whereas Klee's utility passive just shows you the location of Mondstadt-specific materials on the minimap when you're near them. So this would be stuff like Calla Lilies or Valberries. Now, of course, if you wanted to really hunt for stuff like this, then you can always just use the Tevet interactive map or look up a map online. So Klee's talent, while kind of nifty, isn't really the most useful, at least compared to Eula, who effectively allows you to run fewer talent domains since you get more talent materials. A final thing to consider is that Klee has an upcoming skin. So not a lot of characters in Genshin have alternative skins, which is kind of a surprise for games like this. But Klee does have a skin coming up, or maybe it's already out, I don't know. I think it's coming up. Whereas Eula currently does not, and we don't know if she ever will get one in the future, or even if she does, we don't know when she'll get it. So I think that just about wraps things up for this video. From a new player's perspective, the choice between Klee and Eula really does come down to who you just like more or click with more. There's really no wrong choice here since both of them are just pretty simple and straightforward on-field damage dealers. Neither of them are significantly more powerful than the other, meta-wise. And I guess you could argue that both of them are equally cute, as long as you apply different definitions of the word cute to either one. So that's it for this video, folks, just meant as a primer for new players trying to decide between Klee or Eula. If you think I missed anything, let me know in the comments, and if you'd like me to compare some other characters. But for now, I hope you found this video informative, and I hope you do enjoy my other content. So I will see you folks in the next video.